TJ Miller from Through These Four Eyes. We're standing here at the entrance of the Quanticosi River Public Access Boat Launch. Today we're going to be witnessing a salmon release by students from Akron-Fairgrove Junior and Senior High School. Earlier this week we went to the high school and we talked with the teacher, Andrew Hoffman, and some of his students about what they're going to be doing here today.
This is the Salmon in the Classroom program, sponsored through the Michigan DNR. It's our third year as a school of doing it, my second year. And basically it's a way for students to see real life nature and ecology in action. We get eggs in November, early November, and we raise the fish all the way through until they're ready to be released in the spring, which we're going to be doing this Friday in the Quanticosi River. These guys are quite healthy, pretty strong, and ready to be released. This is the biggest batch we've had in the 3 years that we've been raising them. These guys are pretty healthy.
Right?
Yes, it was kind of a competitive situation this year. Many kids applied for it. They had to have grades. It was similar to extracurricular activities, but maybe a little higher standard. They lose their study hall time to work in the Salmon in the Classroom program.
Now, why did you want to be a part of this program?
It looked cool and fun. It was like educational, and so I was interested in doing it.
Well, I knew that salmon, they're dying out, and so they do this program to try to get the population up higher, and so I want to be a part of that, so they have more salmon.
Now, what interested you about the project?
It seemed interesting, and I really like outdoors and fish and stuff.
We are testing the water to make sure like everything is okay for the fish, so basically they don't die. So we take one of these test strips and we dip it in the water, and then we hold it for about 10 to 30 seconds, and then we write down the results, and we make sure everything is okay.
Most salmon, and these Chinook salmon, should be back in 3 years to spawn if they survive.
Okay.
You know, we hope, but it could be 2, it could be 4, but it should be 3 normally. A lot of schools are starting to be involved in the program. I know that a couple schools in the Bay City area did it. Vassar has done it. There are a few doing it, and you know, the state knows that most of these fish are going to get eaten by walleye or pike or a bird, but some of them may survive, and it's kind of awesome to think that one of the fish that one of the kids releases may come back as a 30+ inch salmon or 40-inch salmon someday if everything goes right. You don't need the ice. Go ahead and take the lid and take the ice out. From the river into each bucket.
It's about the same degrees as the first one.
We are here today looking at biotic or living indicators for water quality. More specifically, we're looking at macroinvertebrates. Macroinvertebrates are small creatures that live in our water. You can see them with just your eye, and they do not have a backbone. But they help us to study water quality because there are certain species that are more tolerant to water pollution, and then there are others that are more sensitive to water pollution. It also helps us learn more about the food web, and we can understand what kind of food the fish are eating within the river, and that's where we're going to be releasing the salmon. So we're looking at some of the food sources for the salmon today. Thank you.
I see my boy! My boy, he's going in the world!
Okay,
And here comes... My boy left. He went in the world where he belongs.
make sure to get all the water out of your cup. Oh my god, he's in sandals! My fishy friend to freedom! Kelly! Actually, you ended up well, here, take your cup. There you go. Freedom! That's what happened to do it late. Yeah. I want to wear shoes. Actually, get really close to the water. You have to get Sarah, can I like, you here, go grab it. Do you want me to don't go in there, just give it to someone else. Wait till don't do it! Gatling, you're gonna regret every decision. Don't do it! Gatling!
What's your upset to hand me your cup?
You guys should look at my shoe! Look at my shoe! Okay, bye. These are expensive! Get really close to the water. Give me out.
Hey guys, if you're not putting the fish in, you waste the water.
Watch out.
Not putting the fish in the water. Get away from the water. Go back to where you were supposed to go.
wetland, or a pond, or a stream, or a river, or a lake. And they're really diverse in species because you have certain species that just live in a riparian area, and they only stay in that area. And then you have some coming from the upland areas and some coming from the wet areas. And so you have a diverse species. They also help tell us how healthy a site can be because you have some specialized plants and animals in there. And if they're healthy and doing well, then you know that area is healthy. If they're not healthy and not doing well, then you know there's something going on in the area and it's not a healthy area. Riparian areas are important because if you have a lot of runoff coming from your upper ground, it helps slow the water. It allows the sand and the silt and the dirt to stop, or any other particles that are in the water to stop in that riparian area, and then you have cleaner water once it gets to the river. The other is if the river floods,
sea lamprey, what it does is it attaches on the side of salmon. It'll eat the salmon. One sea lamprey can eat 40 pounds of fish in a year, and about half the fish that get a sea lamprey attached onto them will die.
Well, there you go, folks. We just witnessed a live salmon release by Andrew Hoffman and his students from Akron-Fairgrove Junior and Senior High School. Thank you to both him, his students, and all the other fine folks here from Akron-Fairgrove High School, and those who are putting on the demonstrations today. This is what school is all about: learning and experiencing something new. If you haven't had the opportunity to experience something like this, I highly recommend it. Not only is it highly educational, but it's extremely fun too. Look at all the fun those guys are having over there. Hopefully we'll be back next year to witness it again. Thank you, and have a great day.